Hello everybody and welcome to our studio here at the French Open. With today's win of Roger Federer, he has set another record in the books. He has won 28 consecutive, or he has been in 28 consecutive Grand Slam quarterfinals. And I'm welcoming you here in the studio along Mats Wilander. Thank you so much for coming.
Thanks, Bob.
Roger, what's more important? Was it today's win or set another record once again?
I didn't even think about it once, to be honest. I came to the press and they reminded me of it, and I was like, oh my God, it's a great number. It's a great streak I'm still on, because I remember, I think it snapped here last year, the semi-final streak, I think. And I said, well, at least, I was joking, I said, at least I still have the quarter-final streak going. And look, I mean, we are talking about it, so it's good news, you know, and it means I've given myself 28 straight times a chance to go further than the quarters. And I think that's where I think my great success comes at Grand Slam play, really.
Another thing to tick off, but let's go back to the match against Wawrinka. You said he's probably the best on clay court, but he couldn't really challenge you once again out there. How was it for you?
Yeah, I was pretty surprised he couldn't do more today, but I really think I started the match great. I had one good return game. I know I wish I could have 2 or 3, but I really only took one great return game, and I served well. I was able to mix it up. I thought conditions were playing really fast today, and then I didn't make many mistakes from the baseline. I think I was very concentrated on how my game plan should be, and then I was able to, you know, pull away quickly. It was a set and a break, and then from then on it obviously got tougher for him, but he got into the match in the third, and it became a pretty tough match, I thought, after that. But I just think I mixed it up well against him, and maybe just a bit too much to really allow him to feel comfortable even on clay.
So what do you take out of a match like that, the fact that you played the right shot at the right time, or that you're hitting the ball really well? I mean, tactically, was it perfect? Or
yeah, I think it was a bit of both, honestly. I think I'm hitting a good ball at the moment. You know, I'm steady on the backhand. I obviously have variation with my slice. I feel good on the return. I feel no panic. Same on the serve. I feel like I can clutch serve when I want to. So I think all the confidence you hope for to get during a tournament, to have at a big time like you know, on clay or at the French Open, I have it right now. So I'm very happy how I'm feeling, and then I was able to really play well when I really had to today, and that gives you extra confidence.
Just have a look at the pictures there. I think, Mats, you've decided to show those shots from Roger there.
Well, I really like the fact that you're coming in on shots like that, and you're prepared to hit a tough volley. You're not waiting for an easy volley. And again, there's a lot of talk about you changing your style or whatever, but it really seems to me like it's happening.
Yeah, I mean,
working.
I think this is how I always used to play. I just think it becomes sometimes harder to come to the net just because guys are hitting harder, and by hitting harder, they hit deeper too. So you don't either. They're just going to hit it past you, or they're going to make a mistake, or it's not so much, you know, that chip and then you get the chance to come in like we saw more against Lopez, you know.
Sure.
So I think I was able to maneuver, stand around well, and like you said, I think I really do have to take my opportunities to come to the net, because I actually feel really good at the net as well, because I think, I don't know if it was a year ago or 1.5 years ago, every time I came to net I felt awful, and I've been really working on it to feel more comfortable, and that's it paid off today.
Roger, what I'm interested in, how do you manage over so many years to keep that intensity level and the focus up at Grand Slam tournaments, and actually knowing, Mats, you might be able to answer this, well, you should be able to, and knowing when to peak at the right time? Do you back off at the beginning, and then
I mean,
how does it work?
I think I just look at the big pictures. I don't enter into too many tournaments, because the worst thing I think is for myself and for fans is if they get disappointed by me pulling out in some stage. I can anyway always get a wild card anywhere I want to. So I think I also try to set the trend of not entering too many tournaments, you know. So I think that's been smart. And then, you know, when you're lacking matches, you can always still, you know, accept a wild card somewhere, which I haven't had to do in, you know, over a long period of time. And I always say if you play less at times, that adds up at the back end of your career, because my goal has always been longevity and to play for a long time. And I think by looking at the big picture, not being hurried into, you know, panic decisions just by the results at that very moment, I think I've been also been able to stay injury free and stay true to my plan, and it's paid off at the biggest tournaments. But I feel I would like to have a deeper tournament in a Grand Slam again, because I haven't been in a finals in a few Grand Slams now, and I would like to get back there.
I always found the French Open being became the most exciting tournament to play, because you don't know the night before you play a match. Is it going to be fast? Is it going to be slow? How is it going to favor my opponent? And blah blah. Do you have any of those feelings?
Yeah, I've never thought about it that way, but it's true. I mean, I think with the wind and the rain and the coolness, and I think the clay, because of the natural surface, it reacts much more extreme than, let's say, hardcourt would, even though that also has a bit different feelings to it sometimes, but I think especially on clay. So, and last year I paid the price for it, maybe, I played against Sodling in the rain almost the whole time. It's just not as nice, to play like when it's here, but I mean, he played fantastic, and maybe against that kind of a player and a different condition might have been better for me, but look, I mean, he took advantage of it, and it's true that always there's a little question mark to how the next day is going to be. And I remember, especially when I was younger, I was much more worried about things like this. I remember once in Sydney, I woke up in the morning, I opened the curtain, I was like, please no wind, and the flag was going, and I was like, oh, are you kidding? I'm so not confident right now seeing this. I ended up winning. I think it was only my second title I got in Sydney, and I was able to beat Shayla 6-3, 6-3. But this is when I was really nuts about wind and all that stuff. Today I'm more relaxed about it. And
it seemed like maybe 3 or 4 years ago that you were going through the early rounds, just going through them, just trying to win. Now you're excited to play every match. Is that true too?
I guess so, because I think you appreciate the work of your opponents. You appreciate what you've achieved. I think I'm more motivated and more eager and maybe more at peace as well, not so stressed, like you are maybe when you're trying to break through or when you're on streaks and all that stuff. So I think I can enjoy those matches more today.
Roger, that's all we've got time for now.
Okay.
Thank you so much for coming. I hope you join us again.
Yes, I will. Don't worry.
Thanks, Roger. Thank you very much.
Thanks again. And we are going to join the live action out there again. Enjoy.
Thank you very much, Barbara. Yeah. We're out now on the Suzanne Lenglen courts once again for the match that France will be hoping now maintains their interest in the men's event. They lost Jo-Wilfried Tsonga. They shouldn't have done yesterday. He was cruising along, but he